Am I live? Hey everybody, welcome back to another anatomy and physiology live stream today. How are you all doing? My name is Ollie. I have a master's degree in molecular medicine, and I go live every day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. I'm going to be going live today at 3 p.m. and then Monday and Tuesday at 3 p.m. I'm going on a little bit of a trip, and then I'll be back on the following Tuesday, and then we will be going back to going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology, as well as some of the other topics that you guys request, and you can request those via the orange button in the bottom left corner. Hello everybody, hi, nice to see you, thanks for liking the live. The more that you guys, the more that you guys do like the live, the more that it gets it out to people, so we can help as many people as possible for anatomy and physiology, and for their HESI and TEAS. But my name is Ollie. I have my master's degree in molecular medicine. I'm going to be going live pretty much every single day, covering anatomy and physiology. Today we have anatomy and physiology 2. You can find every single replay of the live stream on my YouTube. That will be linked on my TikTok bio. You just go to my profile there, or if you want the link directly sent to you, just hit the orange button down in the bottom left corner. I also have all of my anatomy and physiology notes available for you as well on my website. It's also linked to my TikTok bio. You can get them on my website. You can also message me if you want. I will send you the link to purchase them. Just hit the orange button and let me know. I wish I had this for my class last semester. I know, I was doing these last semester, so I'm sorry I didn't come up, I guess. But we'll go ahead and we'll get started here in just a moment. But hello everybody, welcome. Just wanted to introduce myself again. My name is Ollie, and we're going to do an anatomy and physiology 2 practice tests today. So let me just set my iPad back down, and I will flip the camera, and we will get started. All right, can everybody see the questions? Let me just fix them here really quickly. Can everybody see the questions? Can everyone see number 1? Let me know down in the comments if you can see it. Yes, just a yes would be great, just so I can get started. But welcome in everybody. We're going to do number 1 now. Yes, perfect. Thank you, everybody. All right, so we'll get started here with number 1. Blood from the right ventricle is pumped into which of the following? A, B, C, or D? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Awesome. Thanks to everybody who's just joining. Welcome. My name is Ollie. I'll be going live every day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. I hope to see you guys in future live streams and for the rest of the day. And then I also have hello, Annalise. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for liking the live stream as well. Again, the more that you guys do like the live stream, the more that it'll get out to people, and the more people we can help for anatomy and physiology and their HESI and TEAS and whatever other exams have anatomy on them. I know these are great for MCAT, DAT, some of the radiology stuff, surgical tech, and whatnot. But number 1, awesome. If you put A, the pulmonary artery, so the right ventricle, remember if we draw out our heart, we have our right atria and our right ventricle. We have to pump from the right ventricle to the lungs, so we are going away, so the pulmonary artery. Also, the pulmonary trunk is an acceptable answer for that one if that was here. But we have pulmonary arteries. Number 2, what chamber receives oxygen-rich blood from the lungs? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. A, B, C, or D. I start A&P July 14th. Awesome, Tiffany. Well, hopefully you're going to do well this summer. You're going to do fantastic. I know it. Thank you for the follows, everybody. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you all being here. I love doing these live streams. I look forward to them every single day, so I love doing these with you guys. We're on number 2 now if you're just joining. I'll give you guys thank you, Tiffany, for the heart. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. But number 2, the answer is B. It is the left atrium. So like we just mentioned here, the right ventricle pumps blood through the pulmonary arteries. It will get oxygenated, and then it will come back into the left atrium, to the left ventricle, and then out. And then number 3, the valve that separates the left atrium and the left ventricle is called, well, thank you, Tiffany, for the rose. Appreciate the gifts, guys. They mean the world to me. Thank you so much. Those are so kind. We're already at 1,000 likes on the live stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. You guys are incredible. The more that you guys do like the live stream, the more that we can get it out to people. But we'll see how many. I have 115 questions. I got 15 bonus questions at the end. They're all surrounding the blood flow to the brain. But number 3, the answer is C. It is the mitral or the bicuspid valve. A great way to remember this, whenever you go to the store and you're trying to get clothes, you always try them on before you buy them. So tricuspid, try before you buy. Tricuspid valve comes before the bicuspid valve. Moving on, number 4. What structure prevents blood from flowing back into the right atrium? Flowing back or backflow. Just think of the pathway of blood to the heart. That would mean it would be going backwards. Think of it like going on the wrong way on the road. Nick, I have AMP2 next semester. I'm terrified. Thank you, Belina, for the gift. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Nick, don't be worried. You absolutely got it. Hopefully AMP1 went for you. Went pretty well for you. I think AMP2 is a little better. I liked it a little more. I don't think it's definitely hard, but it is not as much memorization as AMP1. Thank you, Belina, for all those roses and gifts. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Number 4, the answer is A. It is the tricuspid valve. Remember, we just said try before you buy, so tricuspid valve is going to be between our right atrium and our right ventricle, meaning that the tricuspid valve will prevent blood from going backwards or wrong direction on the road to the right atrium. Thank you, Vanessa, for the finger heart. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you guys for the gifts. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. But number 5, the thick muscular layer of the heart that is responsible for contraction is what? What layer of the heart is going to contract our heart? AMP2 was harder for me, says Lena. Okay. I feel like everyone's kind of one or the other. Some people are like, oh, like AMP1's harder. I think AMP1 was more difficult, just in the sense of the amount of information. AMP2, hey, Australia, how are you doing? Good afternoon. I think in terms of just AMP1 and AMP2, the information was a lot more like, the information flowed very well. There was just less memorization. Are there specific days I do practice tests for AMP1? Yeah, so sometimes I do both. Yesterday was AMP1, today AMP2. Monday will be AMP1 again, and then Tuesday will be AMP2. Let me answer this question here. Give me 1 second. Hello from South Africa. Hello from America. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. The answer is going to be C. So the thick muscular layer of the heart responsible for contraction is the myocardium. Myo means muscle. So muscle of the heart, cardium for heart. And then for number 5 as well, for epi, epi means above. So this would be above the heart. So this is going to be the outer layer. Endo means inside. So this would be inside the heart. Peri means covering. So it's going to cover the heart. That is the protective sac that covers pericardium, the heart. All right, we're going to move on to the next set of questions here. Next page. Number 6, the smooth inner lining of the heart chambers is called what? Yes, A&P, so much information. Yes, I know. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Belinda says I passed my TEAS test. Congratulations, Belinda. That's fantastic. Was being your LPN class. It depends if you have anatomy and physiology. It depends on which class. But normally, yes, you do have to learn anatomy and physiology for that. And we're at 3,000. We're almost at 4,000 likes already, guys. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Thank you so much. If you're new here, I'm going to be going live every single day. The thing is, Wednesday through next Monday, I'm going to be out of town. But coming back on Tuesday, we'll be coming back again. And then you can DM me your comment requests for live stream topics. And then when we come back on Tuesday, I'll make questions from your guys' requests. You can hit the orange button and send me requests for the live streams during the live. All right, moving on. Number 6, the smooth inner lining, like we just said, was the endocardium. Answer to a C. Endo meaning inside the heart. Number 7, which layer of the heart also serves as the visceral layer of the serous pericardium? Which one would that be? A, B, C, or D? Yeah, we can do some med surge as well. Just send them down in that orange button there. Is everyone required to take the TEAS test upon entry of college? That depends on your college. So if you have any, if you want to go through a certain program, look up that school, see what they have on there. Sometimes they require the TEAS, sometimes they require the HESI, sometimes they don't. But normally they do, yes. Faithfield, thank you for the finger hearts. I appreciate them so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Moving on to number 7. The answer is A. It is the epicardium. The epicardium is the outer layer of the heart, and it would also be part of the pericardial membrane. Number 8. What structure surrounds the heart and protects it within the thoracic cavity? I'm going into radiology school. Is it required for that field? Sometimes, yes. Like I said, though, the schools that you're interested in going to, look on their page. They're going to tell you exactly what they require to get into their program, and then what is a part of that program once you get into it. It kind of depends on the program, but normally, yes. Normally, it's pretty common, yes. But welcome everybody that just joined. My name is Ollie. I'm going to go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. We're at 6,000 likes already, guys. You guys are absolutely crushing it. And if you're just joining and following along, we're on number 8. What structure surrounds the heart and protects it within the thoracic cavity? It is B. It is the pericardium. Remember, peri means cover. We're covering the heart. We're protecting it. It's the protective sac. Number 9. The coronary arteries arise from which blood vessel? Which blood vessels do the coronary arteries arise from? Yep, no problem, Diamond. Absolutely. But welcome in. My name is Ollie. Like I said, I just got my master's degree in molecular medicine, and I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for 5 years now. I'm going to go live. Lauren says, best tutor ever. Thank you, Lauren. You're the best. You're the best viewer ever. You guys are all the best. I appreciate you all being here. You guys are awesome. I love doing these with you guys. We'll be going live every single day, covering anatomy and physiology. I've been tutoring it for 5 years. I love teaching it. I want to get my PhD, and I want to continue teaching anatomy and physiology. But number 9... the coronary arteries arise from the aorta. They arise from the aorta, the right and left, specifically the right plus the left, arise from the aortic base. Then number 10, which structure drains deoxygenated blood from the myocardium into the right atrium? Does the individual system notes come with practice questions? So yeah, they have they're not formatted like this, like we do here on the live streams, but there are like end of the question or end of the chapter questions for the majority of them. I think a few of them don't, like the muscular system, skeletal system. Mostly was labeling, and I have charts and whatnot, and that's kind of what I use for practice. So that hopefully that answers your question. Eat with Nina. If you have any more questions about that, though, send me a message via the orange button. I can maybe answer your questions a little bit more. The tissues was more labeling, so I don't have exact questions for that. Integumentary does have questions, I believe. Nope, I'm going over A and P 2 questions today. Number 10, though, the answer is C. It is the coronary sinus. The coronary sinus drains into the right atrium. So blood collects from the coronary veins at the coronary sinus, and then it drains into the right atrium. The coronary veins are what drain into the coronary sinus. So that's just a little too far behind there. But no, we're going to move on to the next page now, everybody. Number 11, which artery supplies blood to the left atrium and the posterior wall of the left ventricle? Awesome. Number 11, which artery supplies blood to the left atrium and the posterior wall of the left ventricle? The answer is B. It is the circumflex artery. The circumflex artery. That is a branch of the left, I'm going to abbreviate L, left coronary artery. The right coronary artery supplies the right side of the heart. The anterior interventricular artery is going to supply the anterior wall. And then the pulmonary artery is what sends blood to the lungs. And then number 12, what is the purpose of the calcium plateau during a cardiac muscle action potential? A, B, C, or D? Let me know down in the comments. A, B, C, or D. Fantastic. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. If you're new here, I'm going to be going live every single day. We're almost at 9,000, 10,000 likes on the live. You guys are absolutely crushing the like button today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'll be going live every day. I'd like to help out as many people as possible for anatomy and physiology this summer and their HESI and TEAS and whatever else exam has anatomy on it. So I'd appreciate all the likes on the live. It just gets it out to more people, again, to help as many people as possible. And then number 12, the answer is C. It is to prolong contraction for effective blood ejection. This is going to maintain basically our calcium plateau is going to maintain depolarization. Number 13, which ion is primarily responsible for maintaining the plateau phase in the cardiac cycle? I kind of gave that away with the last question. But number 13, which ion is primarily responsible? The answer is C. It is calcium. So an influx of calcium is through the slow calcium channels, is going to maintain depolarization, allowing for a prolonged contraction, giving us an effective blood ejection. Then we are moving on to number 14. Which blood type is considered the universal donor for red blood cells? Which one is considered the universal donor? Bubby says I took A&P 1 and 2 about 20 years ago. I don't know, I passed now. Oh, you got it. You definitely passed because you knew it well. 10,000 likes. Let's go. That's awesome, guys. Thank you guys so much. Since this, thank you for this. This is wonderful. You guys are wonderful as well. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all being here. I love doing these. So yes, thank you for being here. But again, at number 14, the universal donor is going to be O negative specifically. This is because we are going to have no A, B, or RH antigens. That is why. So no. I'm going to put no. All right. Number 15. A person with type B blood has which of the following? 15. A person with type B blood has which of the following? A, B, C, or D? What type of antigens or antibodies would it have? Let me know down in the comments. Audrey says, hi, Ollie. I just got a 94 on my HESI. Thanks to you. Awesome, Audrey. Congratulations. That is incredible. If we could get congratulations in the chat for Audrey, that would be incredible. I'm so glad that I was able to help in any way, but at the end of the day, that was all you that got that 94. So I'm very happy. I'm very proud. I hope you are able to celebrate. But awesome. That is awesome. I love that. That made my day. Thank you for letting me know. And for anybody else who, if you pass or anything like that and you let us know, I love it. I love hearing that. I try to, write down people's names and stuff just on my own, just to, you guys inspire, you guys really inspire me to do this every day. So it's really you guys that keep me going. So I appreciate you telling me that. But number 15, the answer is B. It is B antigens and anti-A antibodies. So we have, I'll put it here. So type B, just to make it a little clear, we have B antigens and anti-A antibodies. All right. Moving on to number 16 down here. I'll leave this up here for just another second. But number 16, agglutination during a blood transfusion is most likely caused by what? Audrey says, thank you. Yeah, no problem. So being a full-time worker, school and mom to 3 kids, you're so helpful. Awesome, Corliz. Thank you for letting me know. That's awesome. Thank you for being here, really, truly. Thank you for being here when you're so busy. That's awesome to me. We're almost at 13,000 likes there. Thanks for the follows too, guys. Thank you. I saw a couple follows. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I always love seeing new faces and love seeing repeat faces as well. But number 16, agglutination during a blood transfusion is most likely caused by C. So our antibodies are going to react with foreign antigens. That causes agglutination. So your antibodies are reacting to an antigen that is not specific towards your body, and it causes a reaction, which is the reaction agglutination and whatnot. Number 17, which tonsils are located on either side of the oropharynx and commonly become inflamed? Which ones are those? A, B, C, or D? What is it? A, B, C, or D? Let me know. I know somebody messaged me the other day and said they were having some trouble with some of the tonsil questions. 14,000. That's insane, guys. Thank you, guys. What's real quick? Agglutination. So real quick, I'll explain what agglutination is. Agglutination, in simple terms, is when you have something that clumps together. So in terms of the antibody to antigen reaction, this basically you have an incompatible blood type, and your blood clumps up, and it can get blocked up in your blood vessels. But number 17, the answer is A, is the palatine tonsils. These are they can be commonly removed due to infection. So they often become infected and inflamed, and they can become removed. Yep, no problem. Gosh, Sheila, no problem. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, or if there's anything that I go over that's not specific. Please reach out to me via the orange button in the bottom left corner there. I'll put up a little notice here. Just for you guys, you can send me a direct message if there was anything confusing. I have tutoring opening up June 17th and everything like that. But number 18, which tonsils sit at the base of the tongue? Number 18, which tonsils sit at the base of the tongue? This is GoodNotes. I use GoodNotes. The other one that you can use is Notability. I also like that one as well. But I definitely preferred it over this. Awesome. You guys are killing it. 15,000 likes. Let's go. The answer choice is going to be the lingual tonsils. Remember, anytime we see tongue, the word lingual means tongue. The tubal tonsils, these are located near your auditory tubes. The palatine, again, those are on the sides of your oropharynx. And the pharyngeal tonsils are in the upper back of your nasopharynx. Number 19. The pharyngeal tonsil is most commonly known as the what? Number 19. A, B, C, or D. What do you guys think it is? A, B, C, or D? Perfect. Thank you for the follows. So 19, the answer is A. It's adenoid. Adenoid. Soft palate is not a tonsil. The nasopharynx tonsil, correct location, yes, but not the common name. Cribriform tonsil, this is just not real, so none of these are correct. And then number 20, how does thoracic or intrapleural pressure affect lymph movement during breathing? A, B, C, or D? How does thoracic intrapleural pressure affect lymph movement? A, B, C, or D? Take your time answering. 17,000 likes. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Thank you, Mama 3 Kings, for the heart. I appreciate the gifts, guys. The gifts are very appreciated. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alrighty, and if you put A or you think it was A, you're absolutely correct. So when you have, I'm going to scroll down here just a little bit. So when you have a lower thoracic pressure during inhalation, this is going to promote lymph flow. So lower thoracic pressure during inhalation promotes lymph flow. This is like whenever you have return of blood through your vein, lymph flow is aided when your pressure drops. All right, I'll leave that up there for just another second. We're going to move on to number 21. Thanks for the follows, guys. I always love seeing new faces. Hello, nice to meet you all. We're going to move on to number 21 on the next page here. Which of the following is a characteristic of innate or non-specific immunity? A, B, C, or D? Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. I'll be going live every day covering anatomy and physiology. I lost connection. Oh, no. Hopefully it got better. Is everyone else's connection fine? Or are other people having issues? Are these practice questions available? Yes, they are. I can send... So... Give me one sec. Let me send a little notice. You can join the community, and then afterward, you will get all the practice tests from every live stream. It's about 4 a week. Mine's fine. Perfect. Thanks for letting me know. Number 21. It's good. Okay, yes. Okay, people are also good. Thank you for letting me know, guys. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Number 21, the answer. I'm going to move down now. The answer is C. It includes physical barriers like the skin and mucous membrane. So answer choice A, forming memory after exposure, that is specific. That is adaptive. You are adapting to the pathogens after you are exposed to them. Targeting specific antigens is also adaptive. Requiring antibody production would also be adaptive. You are getting exposed to something, and then you are adapting to it being there so you can attack it better later on. So physical barriers like the skin and mucous membranes, they're not specific. When something gets on my hand, I go to my sink and I wash it off with soap. Or if it goes in my respiratory system, mucus helps you sneeze it out. But number 22, we're going to move on now, but number 22, which of these cells are part of the body's innate immune defense? The innate immune defense. Meaning, innate, again, means non-specific. A, B, C, or D. Let me know down in the comments. We're almost at 20,000 likes on the live stream. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Thank you guys so much. You guys are absolutely crushing these questions and the likes and the follow. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. But number 22, the answer is B. They are natural killer cells. Natural killer cells are non-specific. B cells are adaptive with antibodies. Plasma cells, they're also part of B cells producing antibodies. Cytotoxic T cells, those are adapted. These are going to perform what's called cell-mediated immunity, which is specific. Natural killer cells, non-specific. Number 23, which class of antibody is the first to be produced in response to an infection? So which one of these is the first responder, or EMT antibody? A, B, C, or D? 20.4 thousand likes. You guys are crushing it. Oh my goodness. Awesome. A, B, C, or D. Let me know down in the comments. Yep, we do biochemistry questions here and there. Yes, Journey with Tammy. Yes. If there's anything specific, hit the orange button. Let me know what type of biochemistry questions you'd like to see pop up in live streams. But number 23, the answer is going to be C, IgM. These are our first responders. So these are the first responders. IgE, this is going to be for like allergies and occasionally parasites. IgG, these are the most abundant. IgA, these are just secretions. All right. Then we have number 24. Continuing on with antibodies, which antibody type is going to provide long-term immunity and is the most abundant in the blood? Awesome. Thank you for all the follows, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you. As for the finger hearts, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Structure and function of macromolecules. We actually have a couple questions in the live stream for that tomorrow for macromolecule structure, for proteins, carbs, lipids, nucleic acids. Thank you, Mom 3 for the dub. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. You guys are awesome. 21,000 likes already. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Number 24, the answer is B, IgG. So again, like I just mentioned, they're the most abundant, and they are going to provide a long-term memory. We're going to move on to the next page now. If you've missed anything, again, I do upload everything to YouTube afterwards. The link to that is in my bio, or if you want the link sent to you, just reach out to me via the orange Service Plus button. I'll pin up a little notice here for you. And you can direct message me. Let me know if you need the link to my YouTube. But we're going to move on to number 25, which antibody is primarily found in secretions such as saliva, tears, and breast milk. Also, I have my notes for anatomy and physiology. I can show them at the end of the live stream, but they're in a couple of my videos. You can purchase them on my website. The link to that is in my bio. But if you want the link to my website sent to you, also reach out to me via that direct message button down there. You don't have to leave the live stream to send me a message. And then there's bundles. If you want a specific chapter, I can send you the link to that as well. But number 25, the answer is C. It is IgA. IgA antibody is found in our saliva, our tears, and our breast milk. Number 26, acquired, so adaptive immunity, differs from innate immunity because of why? What is the reasoning of this? What is the reason that acquired immunity will differ from our innate immunity? Remember that we have our acquired, which means adaptive. Our innate, if we remember, like I mentioned, was our non-specific. So what is going to be the key difference there? A, B, C, or D? 22,000 likes. Oh my goodness, you guys are crushing it. Awesome. Thank you guys for sharing and liking the live. I really appreciate it, guys. Number 26, the answer is C. It is going to develop memory cells for future responses. So remember, reacting faster on first exposure, the innate is faster at first. Mainly because, again, we have not been exposed to it before. Our innate immunity is going to go attack it, responding in the same way to every antigen. That is going to be innate, and then including only physical barriers, that is innate. Number 27, a vaccination is going to provide what kind of immunity? What will getting a vaccination give? What kind of immunity will that give you? A, B, C, or D? Awesome. 23,000 likes. Oh my gosh. You guys are crushing it. Number 27, the answer is C. It is active artificial immunity. So active artificial means that you artificially introduce the pathogen to produce your own antibodies. So it's active because you are producing antibodies. Passive natural, this would be like when you get your antibodies through your mother via like breast milk. It is naturally passed down. Passive artificial is when you inject antibodies directly. So injection of antibodies. So you are given the antibodies. The difference here between passive and active is that you are given the pathogen so you can make your own versus when they're already given to you. Answer choice D, active natural. That's just from when you get sick. So this is just, when you just get naturally sick. Hopefully that makes sense for the different types of immunity. I know a lot of students always get these mixed up, so I try to give an example of each. I feel like it helps it a little better when there's an example, especially. I know a lot of people really get mixed up on the passive and active artificial immunity. Active artificial is when you make your own antibodies. Think of it like when you get a study guide and you have to make a study guide for the test versus when you get the answers to the test from your teacher or something. Kind of the same way in that sense. But number 28, which hypothalamic hormone is going to stimulate the anterior pituitary to release thyroid stimulating hormone? Which one of those? A, B, C, or D? Thank you for the follows as well. I always love seeing the new faces. Thank you for following. Thank you guys so much. Almost at 25,000 likes on the live already, guys. You guys are absolutely insane. In a good way. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. This is so much fun to do. I hope you guys are having fun as well. But number 28, you've had some time to answer. The answer is going to be A. Thyrotropin releasing hormone. Corticotropin releasing hormone, CRH. This stimulates ACTH. Gonadotropin releasing hormone, GnRH. This stimulates luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. And growth hormone releasing hormone, GHRH, is going to stimulate growth hormone. All right, perfect. Number 29. I think I just answered that. Yeah. Well, number 29, corticotropin releasing hormone, CRH, from the hypothalamus promotes the release of which hormone? which hormone will it release? I'll give just a couple seconds. Sometimes I accidentally do that. I like to explain things, but that's kind of why I'm trying to explain my thought process when I go through questions and like answering why other ones are wrong, because it will probably give away an answer to a later question on your exams. So that's why I always do it. The answer again is B. It is our adrenocorticotropic hormone, ACTH. We're going to move on to the next set of questions here. Number 30, growth hormone inhibiting hormone, GHIH, also known as somatostatin, is going to suppress the release of what? What does it suppress? Number 30, what does it suppress? Explaining it so helpful. Thank you, Quinn Endeavors. I appreciate it. This is the hardest part of anatomy and physiology for me. Perfect. I absolutely love the endocrine system. It was my favorite thing to do. Randomly, do I have videos that focus on the endocrine system? Yes, I do. They are from a little while ago. I have a video on how to go through the study, like study the endocrine system. If you send me a message via the orange button, just say you want my endocrine system TikToks. I think I might also have a playlist on my profile that has endocrine system, and they should be there. I have to double check, but I have. Yes, I have. But I can make another one as well. You can definitely request an endocrine video too. I'm more than happy to make them. I love doing video requests for people. Number 30, the answer is B. It is growth hormone and TSH. So again, growth hormone inhibiting hormone, GHIH, again, that is also somatostatin. It is going to suppress the release of growth hormone and TSH from the anterior pituitary. Number 31, the gonadotropin-releasing hormone, GnRH, stimulates the secretion of what? I know I've actually gotten a lot of messages from people lately just about, like, hormones from the hypothalamus giving them some trouble, like they're releasing inhibiting hormones. So a lot of these questions today are about the endocrine system hormones and stuff like that. Thank you guys for the follows. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. And if I miss any questions, please feel free to just drop them back down in the comments. Sometimes I write on my screen and I just miss things. I promise I'm not trying to like ignore you or anything like that. But yeah. But 26,000 likes already, guys. You guys are crushing it. Oh my gosh. 31. The answer is luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormone. Again, like we kind of mentioned earlier. So GnRH stimulates basically from the hypothalamus, stimulates the anterior pituitary to release luteinizing hormone and follicle stimulating hormones. Prolactin and GH, these are respectively, by the way. It is going to be prolactin releasing hormone, and then growth hormone is GHRH. TSH and ACTH, it's respectively, again, TRH and CRH. Estrogen and progesterone are produced by the ovaries. And then number 32, a rise in blood calcium levels would directly inhibit secretion of which hormone? So when we have a rise in calcium, this would directly inhibit the secretion of which hormone? So it will increase a hormone, and then it'll also decrease one. So let's talk about which ones those are. For number 32. It has 27,000. Oh my goodness. We're almost at 30. That's insane. All right, so the answer for number 32 is A. And let me explain. So, high calcium, so parathyroid hormone PTH responds to low calcium. We release parathyroid hormone in response to low levels of calcium, and then when it works and we increase our osteoclast activity and we release blood into the bloodstream, the calcium that enters the bloodstream will inhibit parathyroid hormone after we increase it. And then we use calcitonin is stimulated by high calcium, so not inhibited. So calcitonin gets stimulated. Does that make sense, everybody? Inhibit there is the key word. So parathyroid hormone responds to low calcium. Calcitonin responds to high calcium. Perfect, thanks. Awesome, guys. Number 33, which hormone is secreted in response to low blood glucose and stimulates glycogen breakdown in the liver? A, B, C, or D? Awesome, 28,000 likes. Let's go. That's awesome, guys. Number 33, the answer is B. It is glucagon. It is glucagon. Glucagon increases our blood glucose, and then insulin lowers our blood glucose. So cortisol and epinephrine do increase blood glucose, but it is not the primary responder. It also doesn't always go through the same process. Glycogen is going to promote blood glucose by promoting what is called glycogenolysis. All right. Moving on to the next page. We're going to move on to the next page now. Which hormone stimulates milk ejection? Ejection. I'm going to highlight this word because it's really important. What color? Actually, I don't really think the yellow shows up that well, so we're going to do blue. I really want to make sure that the word ejection is highlighted here. Ejection. Yep, there's the notes real quick. Sorry. Again, this will also be on YouTube. 33 was glucagon. Glucagon is insecreted in response to low blood glucose to increase blood glucose. Perfect. Again, it'll be on YouTube afterwards as well. I have to catch up. I've been uploading all the live streams as well. Awesome, everybody. I'm actually seeing a lot of people get this right today. You guys are awesome. I've been seeing a lot of people get it wrong, so I've been trying to put this question on here a lot. The answer is B. It is milk ejection is stimulated by oxytocin. Prolactin produces, oxytocin ejects. So prolactin is going to produce the milk, and then to just say release the milk, we need oxytocin, right? Perfect. Awesome. That makes me very happy. Number 35. Which hormone is released during stress and increases glucose availability by stimulating gluconeogenesis? Gluconeogenesis. And this is, I will explain here in just a second. But number 35. Which hormone is released during stress and increases glucose availability by stimulating gluconeogenesis? Perfect. Everybody, if you put B, cortisol, you're absolutely correct. It is cortisol. And that's why these other ones were wrong. So again, glucagon is through glycogenolysis. Cortisol is through gluconeogenesis. Gluconeogenesis, right? So during stress, your body raises blood glucose. And in order to provide energy to deal with that stress, you need energy to deal with stuff. Whenever, sometimes whenever you're like, oh, I don't have the energy to deal with this BS today. It's because you're not producing enough cortisol. Your cortisol didn't produce enough glucose for you to deal with the BS that you have to deal with. Number 36, what is the primary trigger for antidiuretic hormone, otherwise known as ADH, release? What is the primary trigger? A, B, C, or D? What is the app that I'm using? I'm using GoodNotes. This is GoodNotes. I actually make it in a Google Doc, and then I move it over to my iPad so I can write over top of it and make notes and explain things like that. 28,000, almost 29,000. Hello, everybody. Welcome if you're new here. Hi, everybody that just joined. My name is Ollie. I go live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. I just got my master's degree in molecular medicine, and I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for 5 years now. But number 36 now. What is the primary trigger for ADH release? That is going to be answer choice C. It is an increased blood osmolality. When we have high, I'm going to put BO for blood osmolality. This is going to trigger ADH to retain water. Alrighty, number 37. I saw some comments there. I'll respond to some of the comments there in just a moment. Number 37. Which hormone increases sodium resorption in the kidneys and helps regulate blood pressure? Number 37. Congrats, thank you. Kay, thank you. Alice says, hi, how are you? I'm doing well. How are you doing? Ashley, yes, my med science degree actually worked. Yeah, I know, right? Sorry, some of the comments are still loading. Thank you, Genshi, for the heart. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And sorry, your question went away. Let me see. Lily. In diabetes insipidus, there's low ADH, right? Yes, that is correct. There you basically don't have any, or you have low antidiuretic hormone. Like diabetes can cause like or some sort of like damage to like your hypothalamus or like your posterior pituitary. For some reason, not enough antidiuretic hormone is being produced or released. And then number 37, we're almost at 30,000 already. Wow, guys, 30,000 likes. That's incredible. The answer is going to be B, aldosterone. So aldosterone is the hormone that increases sodium reabsorption. And this is a big thing that I want to know because a lot of people get aldosterone and antidiuretic hormone mixed up. So it increases sodium reabsorption. I'm just going to put reab here, reabsorption. The thing is, water follows sodium, so it increases water reabsorption indirectly. So this is increasing water retention indirectly. ADH is what retains water directly. I know a lot of students get the two of these mixed up. But again, aldosterone increases sodium reabsorption. Water happens to follow sodium. Antidiuretic hormone does it directly. Number 38. I'm going to move on to the next set of questions here. But again, if you have any other questions, just message me via the orange button if you're confused on anything. But number 38, which hormone is released by the anterior pituitary and stimulates the production of sex hormones in the gonads? A, B, C, or D? Let me know. That's 31,000 likes. Let's go, guys. Thank you guys so much. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I appreciate all the new follows. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for liking the live. I appreciate you guys. I love doing these live streams. Thanks for being here. I'll post the replay to YouTube afterwards as well. I'll be going live every single day covering A&P and other topics and coursework that you guys request. Number 38, the answer is B. It is luteinizing hormone. Luteinizing hormone is going to trigger the release of our testosterone, our estrogen, and our progesterone production. Number 39. Which hormone stimulates uterine contractions during labor? Number 39. Which hormone stimulates uterine contractions during labor? I also have all my anatomy and physiology 1 and 2 notes. You can buy them on my website. It's linked in my TikTok bio. You can just go to my profile. Or if you want me to send the link to you, just message me via the orange button. I'll put it up here. Just send me a message. And I am more than happy to send the link to you as well. But number 39, the answer is C. It is going to be oxytocin. Oxytocin is going to cause powerful uterine contractions during labor. And then number 40, what is the effect of insulin on target cells? What is the exact effect? So we know that insulin lowers blood glucose. Do I do advanced A&P? Yes, I do advanced A&P. Yes, absolutely. I took anatomy and physiology in grad school as well. So I did medical anatomy and medical physiology. They were very fun. I absolutely loved them. Almost 33,000. Let's go. Thank you for the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Again, I have tutoring opening up June 17th. You can talk to me about tutoring via the orange button if you have any questions about it. Just to make, we can talk and stuff and see. But number 40... the answer is C. It increases glucose uptake. So insulin promotes the cells uptaking glucose, removing it from your blood. That is how it takes glucose away. So again, whenever you have diabetes type 2, it decreases the sensitivity on those cells to uptake that glucose. Number 41. Which hormone is responsible for stimulating the release of cortisol from the adrenal cortex? Number 41. I say anatomy and physiology is fun. I do think so. After you take the class, I absolutely do think it's fun. Yeah. Alexander, yeah. Good to see you again, by the way. How are you doing? I just went and reviewed all things insulin last night. That's awesome. Do you explain concepts here if I have a question? Yeah, I do. I try to do them as they go with the questions, but at the end of the live stream, I do explain some concepts. And then if you send me a message via the orange button, if it's a quick explanation, I'll explain it to you via DM. I'll either make a TikTok video or I'll start putting some questions to go over the concepts during a live stream. What helps you remember things? Basically explaining it out loud like you are teaching it to someone else. It's definitely interesting to learn. I have a practical Tuesday stress. Good luck. You got this. If we get a good luck in the chat, that would be great. Thank you, Lola, for the finger hearts. Do I have these to study somewhere? They're available on my YouTube, or members of the community get them afterwards. I can pin it up here I can't pin it up yet. But members of the community get them, all the questions and stuff. Number 41, though, just to answer the question real quick, and I'll look at some comments again. It is going to be answer choice B, ACTH. ACTH from the anterior pituitary. So this comes from, I always put ant pit for anterior pituitary and post pit for posterior. But it is going to trigger the adrenal cortex to release cortisol. The other ones are the wrong targets. Number 42. Which physical law is going to explain the inverse relationship between the volume and pressure of gas in a closed space? Which one is that going to be? The inverse relationship. A, B, C, or D. If you're not sure, you can just take a guess as well. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Thank you guys so much. Welcome, and I'm going to be going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. You can get all my notes on my website linked in my bio, or if you want me to send you the link to buy them, you can just message me via the orange button in the bottom left corner. Number 42, the answer is Boyle's Law. It's an inverse relationship here. When you increase volume, you are going to decrease pressure, and vice versa. When you decrease volume, you increase pressure. The way this looks like, if I have my hands open here, like this, I'll put a heart for you guys. Basically, in this heart, if I make it bigger, to make my heart bigger because I love you guys so much, we increase the volume of the space and we decrease the pressure. But if I were be like, oh, I'm not feeling super lovey-dovey today, my heart would shrink. So we would decrease the volume, we would increase the pressure, and you may feel pressured to make me feel better about myself that day. So that's how I always kind of thought of Boyle's Law. But number 43, which law describes how partial pressure of a gas in a liquid depends on its solubility and partial pressure of the air? I'm going to move on now, real quick, if you want to take a little screenshot here of this one. But again, it'll be on YouTube afterwards as well. Number 43, which law describes how partial pressure of a gas in a liquid depends on its solubility and partial pressure in the air? Oh, I'm cooked. No, you guys are not cooked. You guys got this. Number 43, the answer is Henry's Law. This is Henry's Law. When it comes to Henry's Law, the amount of gas dissolved is proportional to its partial pressure and solubility. Number 44, the partial pressure of oxygen, PO2, is highest in which of the following locations? The partial pressure of oxygen is highest in which of the following? A, B, C, or D? I literally just made a flashcard for this for my chem review. That's awesome. This is the respiratory system chapter for anatomy and physiology. The answer is going to be pulmonary veins. Pulmonary veins. Again, so blood is oxygenated. I'm sorry. 1 sec. So blood is oxygenated and it's heading towards systemic circulation via the heart. So our partial pressure of oxygen is going to be highest in the pulmonary veins. This would be slightly lower due to mixing alveolar air, slightly lower. C and D, these are going to have lower oxygen due to the usage and the deoxygenation. Number 45, what is the Bohr effect? What is the Bohr effect? These are the respiratory system questions. 35,000 likes. Yep, we can do one for the muscular system. Absolutely. Just send me a request. We'll be doing A&P1 tomorrow on Monday. If there's anything you don't understand, just send me a message via the orange button. I can try to explain to see what you're confused on. But number 45, the answer is A. So in the Bohr effect, oxygen unloading increases in response to a decreased pH and increased carbon dioxide. So an acidic environment, let's move down here. When let's say we have a low pH and a high CO2, this is going to cause our hemoglobin to release more oxygen. All right. Number 46. In the Haldane effect, oxygenation of blood in the lungs causes what? A, B, C, or D? Tomorrow will be 3 p.m. You can get the questions. All the community members do get the questions after the live streams. You just hit that button. Number 46, the answer is going to be C. Is going to be C. Enhanced unloading of carbon dioxide from hemoglobin. So the Haldane effect is where you enhance the unloading of carbon dioxide from hemoglobin. So when oxygen in the lung, when oxygen binds in the lungs, CO2 is released from hemoglobin. Number 47, what structure is the actual site of gas exchange in the lungs? A, B, C, or D? Thanks for all the follows, everybody. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Like I said, my name is Ollie. It's nice to meet you all. I'll be going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. But number 47, the answer is C. It's the alveolus. The alveolus. Again, these have the thin walls, the simple swells available for diffusion, so we can get our O2 and our CO2 to diffuse. Moving on. Number 48. What respiratory structure is supported by cartilage rings and serves? Number 48. What respiratory structure is supported by cartilage rings? Respiratory structure is supported by cartilage rings and serves as a passageway for air to the bronchi. A, B, C, or D? The questions, you send me a message. Thank you for sending me a message. I'll get to it after the live stream. So many of you have been sending me messages, and I love connecting with you guys. So definitely be patient. I will get to you as soon as I can. I'll try to get everyone. Any tips for incoming freshmen? Stay organized. Meet your professors. Study actively and often, consistent. Where can I get the questions? Basically, all the members of my community do. I'll pin up a notice here in just a second. But number 48, the answer is C. It is trachea. They're available on my website, or the members of the community can get them. I'll put up a notice here in just a second. But number 48, the trachea is the windpipe. It's the cartilage rings, basically for the passageway of air to the bronchi. And then number 49, the movement of oxygen from the alveoli into pulmonary capillaries occurs primarily by what? I just woke up from my nap to this. Yes, also go to office hours. After test, always see if you can see your other exams. I know a lot of professors, they would let me look at my old exams. That especially helps for your final exam. Especially for your final exam. That's going to be like what is tested on the most. But number 49, the answer is C. It is diffusion. So when we have the movement of oxygen from the alveoli into the pulmonary capillaries, that is through diffusion. Number 50, which of the following will most directly increase the rate of gas exchange in the alveoli? Yeah, we can go over interpulmonary pressure here in just a little bit. And then, I have my first anatomy and physiology exam tomorrow. Good luck tomorrow morning. You got this. If we could get good luck in the chat, that would be fantastic. Awesome. Good luck, everybody. Yeah, good luck on all your exams. If you have an upcoming exam, let us know down in the comments if you have an exam coming up. But again, if you want the questions, you can just hit this button here. And you will get the questions after every live. Number 50. It is C. It is higher alveolar partial pressure of oxygen. So when we have a greater gradient, so increased gradient, we have faster diffusion. All right. And then number 51. What causes oxygen to dissociate more readily from hemoglobin in metabolically active tissues? Which of the following will cause that? A, B, C, or D? Since says I passed anatomy and physiology, but it's always good to refresh an allied health class now. Awesome. Thank you, Star, for subbing. Thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. They help me do these live streams more and more every day. Thank you. Any support for the live streams is greatly appreciated. But number 51, the answer is C. When we have a high CO2 and a low pH for number 51, this is what's going to cause hemoglobin to release oxygen in active tissues. Moving on to number 52. I'm going to move on to the next one now. Number 52. In the lungs, hemoglobin tends to what? A, B, C, or D? And if you just sub, please send me a DM so I can get in contact with you as well, and I can get you set up to get the questions and stuff. So just send me a DM if you just subbed for sure. I wish I would have found this page when I was actually taking A&P. Awesome. Thank you for subbing, Star. I appreciate it. Welcome to the community. 38,000 likes. We're almost at 40,000 likes. That is insane. But number 52, in the lungs, hemoglobin is going to bind to C. It's going to bind to oxygen and release carbon dioxide. And then we have number 53. What role do type 2 alveolar cells play in respiratory function? 53. What role do type 2 alveolar cells play in respiratory function? A, B, C, or D for number 53. If you're just joining along, welcome. I'll be going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. Thanks for being here. My name is Ollie, by the way. I just actually finished up my master's degree in molecular medicine back in November, and I'm going to I really want to get my PhD to keep teaching anatomy and physiology and do medical education research. The answer is C. It is to produce surfactant to reduce surface tension. Let me put that here. Surfactant prevents alveolar collapse. So we're going to prevent alveolar collapse with this surfactant. Number 54, the diaphragm contracts and flattens during what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Yes. So back to number 53 real quick. answer choice A, allowing gas exchange by diffusion. This is type 1 cell. Sorry, I forgot to explain that. So allowing gas exchange through diffusion is by type 1 alveolar cells. Sorry about that. I forgot to explain that. And one sec, I have to put that I'm not inactive here. Oh my goodness. There we go. TikTok knows I'm active again. Number 54, the diaphragm contracts and flattens during normal inspiration. So again, simple question there. When we contract our diaphragm and it flattens during normal inspiration, this allows us to draw in air. These other ones are some sort of other action or mostly expiration. So forced expiration, relaxing of intercostal muscles is going to be expiration, and then coughing is an example of forced expiration. Number 55. Which layer of the GI tract is responsible for peristalsis and segmentation? Number 55. Awesome. Thank you for 40,000 likes on the live stream. Thank you. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much. These live streams are always so much fun to do with you guys. So thank you guys for the follows as well. I'll be going live every day. But the answer choice is going to be A. It's going to be the muscularis externa. That is the smooth muscle responsible for peristalsis and segmentation. Number 56. What structure prevents food from entering the trachea during swallowing? What structure is that? A, B, C, or D? And then back to the other layers real quick while you guys are answering. So again, the muscularis externa contains the smooth muscle. The mucosa is the innermost layer. The submucosa is just outside of the mucosa, and the serosa is the outermost layer. Number 56, the answer is going to be B. It is the epiglottis. The epiglottis that prevents food from entering the trachea when you swallow, so you don't choke and pass away. Number 57, which enzyme begins chemical digestion of carbohydrates in the mouth? Number 57. I'm sorry, did I explain that right? Yeah, so the submucosa is below the mucosa. I'm so sorry. And then number 57, or was that right? Let me check with that. Number 57, which enzyme begins the chemical digestion of carbohydrates in the mouth? Number 57, which enzyme begins the chemical digestion of carbohydrates in the mouth? A, B, C, or D? What do you guys think it is? A, B, C, or D? Perfect. 57. The answer is B. It is salivary amylase. Salivary amylase breaks down starches. Again, you have salivary amylase and you have pancreatic amylase. Number 58. Bile is produced by the liver and functions primarily to what? Functions primarily to what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? 42,000 likes. You guys are incredible. 58. The answer is B. It is to emulsify fats. So it breaks fats into droplets. So we get our fats. We break them down into droplets for lipase to come through and break them down even more. Number 59. Which hormone increases secretion of pancreatic enzymes and bile release? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Perfect, perfect. The answer choice to number 59 is C. It is our CCK. It's our CCK. So this is going to increase the secretion of pancreatic enzymes and bile release. It acts on our pancreas and our gallbladder. So this acts on our pancreas plus our gallbladder. Then number 60. Thank you for the follows, everybody. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes as well. Number 60, the stomach enzyme pepsin breaks down what? A, B, C, or D? 40. We're almost at 45,000 likes already, guys. You guys are crushing it. A, B, C, or D? Number 60, the answer is C. It is proteins. We have our proteins. They're active in the stomach and they digest proteins. Again, so fats, carbohydrates, and nucleic acids are all digested by other things. Number 61. Number 61, which part of the small intestine is primarily responsible for nutrient absorption? Number 61, which part of the small intestine is going to be our primary responsibility for nutrient absorption? A, B, C, or D? Let me do it down in the comments. A, B, C, or D? Oh, I just graduated ultrasound school. Congratulations. If we could get a congratulations in the chat, that would be incredible. Congratulations. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing that with us. But number 61, the answer is B. It's the jejunum. So we go the duodenum, which is our first tract. Jejunum is the second. Ileum is the third. There is some absorption, yes. But the duodenum, again, some absorption, but mostly digestion is occurring there. That's where a lot of enzymes get released. Majority of absorption occurs there, followed by the ileum, which there is some absorption. Mainly vitamin B12 is the main one there. Thank you for the tiny Diny's Big Aura. Thank you so much for the gift. I really appreciate it. We're going to move on to the next page of questions with number 62. Number 62, which of the following is a brush border enzyme that completes protein digestion? Number 62. I'm going to move on to the next page now. Number 62, A, B, C, or D? Thank you for the follows, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're at 45,000 likes already, guys. You guys are crushing it. Oh my gosh. Number 62. The answer, let me see. Awesome. If you put dipeptidase, you are correct. So which of the following is a brush border enzyme that completes protein digestion? Dipeptidase is a brush border enzyme. Basically what it does, if we have our dipeptides, it splits it into our amino acids. All right, and then pepsin is a stomach enzyme, breaks down proteins. Trypsin, pancreatic enzyme, it does act later. And then amylase is going to digest carbohydrates, so not proteins. Number 63. 63. Which of the following best describes segmentation in the small intestine? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Awesome, awesome. The answer is going to be B. It's a churning motion that mixes chyme. Churning motion that mixes chyme. So again, segmentation is going to mix chyme with the digestive juices, basically where you're going to enhance the contact with the absorptive surfaces. Answer choice A is going to be peristalsis. This is sphincter. And this also is sphincter. Number 64. What about peristalsis? Which of the following best describes segmentation in the small intestine? So answer choice A is peristalsis. And then C and D would refer to like the valves and sphincters. But number 64, which organ absorbs most of the water in the digestive tract? My cat keeps rubbing up against the tripod here. Tim Seymour, if he's around at the end of the live stream, I will show him to you guys if you guys are interested in seeing him. We're almost at 46,000 likes already. Let's go. Thank you for the follows as well. But number 64, the answer is going to be C. It's going to be the large intestine. This is what's going to absorb water in the digestive tract. Again, the small intestine does absorb some water, but significantly less than the large intestine. Stomach, again, minimal absorption. Rectum is really what's going to be storing our feces. 65. The pancreas contributes to digestion. So the small intestine absorbs nutrients. So again, small intestine absorbs nutrients. Some water, yes. But large intestine is mainly going to function to absorb water. Basically, whatever is left from that indigestible matter, when all the nutrients are taken out, we take out the water. And that's what's going to give us like our more solid feces. Essentially. Was there any more confusion on that? If there's any more confusion, send me a message via the orange button in the bottom left corner there. But number 65, the pancreas contributes to digestion by what? Number 65, the pancreas contributes to digestion by what? A, B, C, or D? That's awesome. Keeps rubbing on my cord. Come here, man. Stop messing with my stuff. 65. The answer is going to be C. It's going to be secreting digestive enzymes and bicarbonate. So the pancreas, it'll secrete enzymes like amylase, lipases, proteases specifically, and bicarbonate in the duodenum. Proteases are basically like kind of like your like precursor. Like an example of one would be trypsinogen, and then it would get converted into trypsin as an active form when it reaches the small intestine. Number 66. The lower esophageal sphincter prevents what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Were these all made? So basically all these questions are basically coming from you all. There's an orange button in the bottom left corner. You guys send me your questions, I make them. And then I do have a little randomizer. I'm very indecisive, so I use a randomizer to put the right answer. There's a lot of B or C. There's a lot of B or C. Yeah, no, these do not come from ChatGPT. They come from you guys. So if you use ChatGPT to send me a question, then yes. But all these questions are coming from you guys down in the bottom left corner there. But I do use a randomizer to randomize the question answers. Like, here's a quite like it's just basically like I ask like Siri like, hey, A, B, C, or D, and a lot of them are B or C. But there's A's and D's and stuff. But 66, the answer is C. It's the acidic gastric contents from entering the esophagus. So it prevents basically our gastric contents from entering the esophagus from the stomach. But number 67, we're going to move on to the next page. Which structure increases surface area for absorption in the small intestine? Number 67. And like I mentioned, all these questions are coming from you guys and what you guys want to see. So yeah, send me, if you have any questions you want to see or have any confusion, send me a message via that orange button. That's where these questions come from. They are coming from you guys. A, B, C, or D. What structure, I'm going to move on to the next page. What structure increases the surface area for absorption in the small intestine? Number 67, the answer is C. It is the villi. It is the villi. So the villi have microvilli. They massively increase our surface area for absorption. It's going to increase our absorption. Again, structure always equals function. So when you increase the surface area, you increase your absorption. Number 68, which process converts glucose into pyruvate that is going to produce ATP and NADH? Villi, so villi have microvilli. And then number 68, the answer is A. It is going to be glycolysis. It's going to be glycolysis. So glycolysis breaks glucose. We take glucose and we break it down into two pyruvates. And then we have ATP and then our NADH. Number 69. Which vitamin is essential for collagen synthesis and wound healing? We're almost at 50,000 likes already, guys. You guys are absolutely crushing the like button. That is awesome. And welcome everybody that just joined. If you're new here, I'm going to be going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you all. My name is Ollie. I just got my master's degree in molecular medicine. And I've been tutoring anatomy and physiology for about 5 years now. But the answer is going to be A. It is going to be vitamin C. This is needed for collagen cross-linking. Vitamin D is mostly for like bones. A is for vision or skin. Vitamin K is for clotting. And then number 70. Which macronutrient provides the most energy per gram? A, B, C, or D? Is it going to be carbs, proteins, fats, or vitamins? Awesome, awesome. Almost at 50,000 likes. That is insane, guys. Thank you, guys. Thanks for all the follows as well. I saw a couple people follow. Thanks for being here. I appreciate seeing new faces. It's always good seeing some repeat ones as well. Welcome back or welcome. The answer is going to be fats. They are about 9 kilocalories per gram. Carbs and proteins are about 4 per gram. So each of these are about 4. Vitamins are no energy yield there. Number 71. Which hormone is released by the pancreas to lower blood glucose levels? Number 71. Which hormone is released by the pancreas to lower blood glucose levels? A, B, C, or D. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, protein really isn't used for energy. It's mostly kind of whenever in starvation situations, your body rarely uses protein for energy. It's mostly carbohydrates and fats. But 71, the answer is B. It is insulin. They're going to help promote glucose uptake into our cells, like we mentioned before. Moving on to number 72, the process of breaking down fatty acids into acetyl-CoA units is called what? A, B, C, or D? So the process of breaking fatty acids into acetyl-CoA is what? What is that process called? A, B, C, or D. 50,000 likes. Let's go, guys. Awesome. Let's go. The answer choice is going to be B. It's going to be beta oxidation. Beta oxidation. So this removes 2 carbon units, giving us our acetyl-CoA. Whenever you break down fatty acid into acetyl-CoA, that is beta oxidation. Remember that our glycolysis, this is going to be glucose. Oops. Gluconeogenesis is going to make glucose. Lipogenesis is going to be fat. Number 73. Which mineral is crucial for oxygen transport in hemoglobin? Number 73. Which mineral is crucial for oxygen transport in hemoglobin? A, B, C, or D? What do you guys think? Perfect, perfect. Fantastic. If you put iron, you're absolutely correct. This is part of our heme in our hemoglobin, which is going to transport our oxygen. Number 74. The metabolic rate, I was looking at 75. 74, the metabolic state during fasting where the body produces ketone bodies for energy is called what? Thanks for the follows, everybody. I love seeing new faces around here. Thank you so much for following along. Thank you. You're almost at 52,000 likes. That is insane. The answer is going to be B. It is going to be ketosis. So ketosis, again, fat is broken down into ketones whenever glucose isn't as available to use for energy. So that's what ketosis is called. It's like kind of like the keto diet. Essentially, you like don't eat as many carbohydrates. That gets your body to break fat down into ketones, and that's what's going to be used as your main form of energy. Again, glycolysis is glucose metabolism. Lipogenesis is when you form fats. Anabolism, that's general. That's like kind of a general term for like synthesizing or building things up. Number 75. Basal metabolic rate is best described as what? Yeah, whenever there's a long string of answers, I'll start a cute diet. So essentially, yeah, so you guys sent questions. I have a list of questions. And then I have there's like a little randomizer that I just use. Basically, I literally just ask Siri, like, hey, Siri, pick A, B, C, or D. And that's, oh, see, there she goes. Go away. Sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, I'm like, oh, Siri, can you pick an answer choice between A, B, C, or D? And then that's what I put the answer as. So sometimes Siri likes B and C. But the answer to number 75, lo and behold, is B. Energy required to maintain vital functions at rest. So breathing, circulation, basic functioning there. Number 76. Which nutrient is essential for DNA synthesis and cell division? To be honest, though, it doesn't really matter what answer choice is, if there's 5 to 20 strings of answer choices. I once had a professor for an exam. For one exam, all the answer choices were B. Like, all the way down, like 50 questions were all B. And then people complained about it, like the psychological stress. And then he was like, oh, it doesn't matter about that. The answer is the right answer. And the next test, dude had all B's, and then there was one C, like in the 40s, and it drove people nuts. Number 76, the answer choice is A. It is vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is hugely essential for DNA synthesis and cell division. Number 77, what is the initial trigger for the activation of the RAAS system? The RAAS system. A, B, C, or D? What is our initial trigger? Number 77. I'll move down to the next page. The answer choice is A. It is low blood pressure or decreased sodium in the kidneys. So when you have low blood pressure or you have decreased sodium, that triggers renin release from the juxtaglomerular cells, causes angiotensin 1 to get angiotensin 2, and then we are going to essentially retain our sodium and our water, increasing our blood pressure. Number 78, renin is secreted by which part of the kidney? A, B, C, or D for number 78. A, B, C, or D. So what is the RAS? The RAS, this is it's our renin, angiotensin, aldosterone system. All right. Perfect. Number 78, the answer is A. It's our juxtaglomerular cells. These are going to detect the juxtaglomerular cells. They detect low blood pressure and low sodium, and they release renin. 79, angiotensin is produced by the... What structure is this produced by? A, B, C, or D? $54,000 likes. You guys are absolutely crushing it. The answer choice is B. It is the liver. It is constantly secreted by the liver, and it gets activated by renin. Kidneys, part of the kidneys, so the juxtaglomerular cells in the kidney are going to release the renin, and then the aldosterone is going to get made by the adrenal cortex. So this is aldosterone. The lungs is where it gets converted to angiotensin 1 to 2. Number 80. What enzyme converts angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2? A, B, C, or D? Awesome. You guys are absolutely crushing this test. Awesome. A, B, C, or D? Let me know down in the comments. A, B, C, or D? The answer is B. Our angiotensin converting enzyme, or ACE. Again, so it's found in the lungs and other tissues. ACE is going to convert angiotensin 1 to angiotensin 2. Number 82, angiotensin 2 causes what? Angiotensin 2 causes... Yes, this is AMP2. We're doing AMP2 today. AMP1 tomorrow on Monday and AMP2 on Tuesday. Then I'm going on a little trip, and when I get back, I will take all your requests and we will make some other practice tests for you all. Angiotensin 2 causes what? A, B, C, or D? Awesome. The answer is going to be B. It is going to be vasoconstriction and an increased blood pressure. So again, why it's right, we are going to narrow our blood vessels, meaning vasoconstriction. When you narrow a vessel, you are decreasing its size, increasing the pressure, which inherently is what's increasing our blood pressure. So again, vasoconstriction, decreasing the size of the vessel. When you decrease, like I said, this is how I kind of explain. I'm going to read the next question while you guys can answer, and I'll explain this again real quick. Number 82, aldosterone acts primarily on what? So if I have my heart here, right, because I love you guys, right? If I make this bigger, I increase the size of it, so there's less pressure. But if I were to be really sad one day and I don't have as much love to give out and it shrinks, I decrease the size and it increases the pressure contained within my heart. And you may feel pressured to give me compliments to make me feel better, or take me out for a drink to make me feel better. But that's how I always kind of explain the pressure. But number 82, aldosterone primarily acts on, and my iPad is kind of close to dying, so I'm just going to plug it in here. 82, aldosterone primarily acts on what? That is B. It is the distal convoluted tubule and the collecting duct. So it increases sodium reabsorption and increases the excretion of potassium. So again, increase sodium reabsorption. And then we also increase potassium excretion. Number 83, the primary effect of aldosterone on the kidney is called what? A, B, C, or D? Yes, there is A and B2 on the T. There are some A and B2 questions on the TEAS. Yes, all of you are definitely going to pass your exams this summer. You got this, guys. I'm definitely here to help make this all super easy for you guys. Make sure help you guys just review. Number 83, the effect of aldosterone is A. It is going to increase sodium reabsorption and potassium excretion. Why? So when you retain water or sodium, you increase blood pressure. So again, aldosterone is going to increase sodium reabsorption. Water is going to be retained indirectly because sodium, when we have water follows sodium. 84. What is the effect of increased sodium reabsorption in the kidney? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? This is nursing quarter 1. Awesome. Clinical pathology, if you have anything you want to request, hit the orange button, let me know. More than happy to do that for you. 85, the hormone that works with, I'm sorry, not 85, 84. The answer is B. We have increased blood volume and blood pressure. So again, water follows sodium, increasing our blood volume and our blood pressure. Number 85, which hormone acts with the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system to increase water reabsorption? Which hormone is going to work together there? A, B, C, or D? And thank you all for liking the live. We're at 56,000 likes. Thanks for all the follows as well, everybody. Again, I have my notes for anatomy and physiology available on my website. You can buy them there. They're linked in my TikTok bio, or if you want to message me via the orange Service Plus button down there, I can send you the link to it as well. There you go. You can just send me a direct message. Just send me you want the link. I will send you the link. Number 85, the answer is B. It is antidiuretic hormone. Again, antidiuretic hormone is going to reabsorb water. It's going to increase reabsorbing water. Aldosterone is part of the RAS system, so it's part of it. So it's acting with it would be antidiuretic hormone. Number 86, the macula densa cells sense changes in what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? The macula densa is going to sense sodium concentration in the distal tubule. So again, the macula densa senses changes in sodium concentration in the distal tubule. Number 87. Which part of the nephron is primarily responsible for filtration? Which part of the nephron is primarily responsible for filtration? A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. 87, the answer is B, it's the glomerulus. Glomerulus. So again, it's going to filter blood in the nephron. Number 88, which effect does angiotensin II have on aldosterone secretion? Number 88, angiotensin II, what is the effect on aldosterone? A, B, C, or D? Angiotensin II, the effect that it has on aldosterone secretion is B. It stimulates aldosterone secretion from the adrenal cortex to raise blood pressure. Number 89, or the renin-angiotensin aldosterone activation essentially leads to what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? Why are they all B? Because I'm indecisive, so I ask Siri to tell me where to put the right answer. But number 89. Yep. Oops. Hi, Siri. 89. The answer is, man, she keeps activating now. 89. The answer is B. It is sodium and water retention to increase blood volume and pressure. So again, we essentially, the whole purpose and entire function of it is so that we retain our sodium in our water. That is going to increase our blood volume, to increase our blood pressure. It responds to low blood pressure. Number 90, the hormone responsible for stimulating testosterone production in males is what? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D. I once had an exam where all 50 answer choices were B. And then the next test, because everyone complained about it, all 50 were B except for one. It was C. It drove everyone nuts. But number 90, long story short, doesn't matter what the right answer is. It matters what the right answer is, not where the right answer is. Number 90, the answer is A. It is luteinizing hormone. So luteinizing hormone is going to stimulate Leydig cells to produce testosterone. So again, this acts on Leydig cells to produce testosterone. Number 91, in the female menstrual cycle, ovulation is triggered by a surge in what? Ovulation, it's called the blank surge. A, B, C, or D? FSH acts on Sertoli cells for spermatogenesis. The number 91, the answer is B. It's our luteinizing hormone. It is called the LH surge. Oops. The LH surge essentially is going to cause and trigger our ovulation, which is a release of an egg. Follicle-stimulating hormone stimulates follicle growth. Progesterone maintains the endometrium after ovulation to support a pregnancy. Estrogen does rise before the LH surge, but it is not what triggers it. Number 92. What structure produces estrogen in females? What structure produces estrogen in females? A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. Thanks for the follows. I appreciate it. Always love seeing new faces around here, guys. We're almost at 60,000 likes already. You guys are absolutely crushing it. Number 92. The answer is B. It is the ovaries. It's the ovaries. The ovaries produced estrogen from the granulosa cells. And then number 93, the process of sperm production is called what? I just mentioned it a couple questions ago, but what is this sperm production called? A, B, C, or D? Thanks for the follows, guys. Thank you so much. I always love seeing some new faces. I try to remember people's faces, or I shouldn't say faces because we're digital here, but at least your names and stuff, like people who have been in the live stream pretty consistently and whatnot. I always try to remember you guys. But number 93, the answer is A. It is spermatogenesis. Genesis means to create. So this is the term for developing sperm. Number 94. The primary function of the corpus luteum is to what? The primary function of the corpus luteum is to what? Awesome. Been an RN for years, but still love a good refresher. Awesome, Tara. Thanks for being here. Mally said, I took the exam Friday and these were on it. Awesome. Thanks for letting us know. That's awesome. Thank you for letting me know. That means I got some good, you guys sent some good questions in for me to do. But number 94, the answer is A. It is going to be to produce progesterone. It is going to produce progesterone. So we maintain the endometrium by secreting progesterone that is going to support a potential pregnancy. Releasing an egg is done by our follicle. Producing testosterone, the testes do that, and stimulating spermatogenesis. You would have follicle stimulating hormone that would do that, or luteinizing hormone. Number 95, which part of the male reproductive system stores sperm until ejaculation? A, B, C, or D? Number 95, A, B, C, or D? Tara said, good luck to everybody on there. NCLEX, you guys got this. She's absolutely right. Good luck. You all got this for sure. Good luck, everybody, as well. But number 95, the answer is B. It is the epididymis. It's going to store and mature our sperm. Answer choice 96. The hormone that maintains the uterine lining during pregnancy is called what? The hormone that maintains the uterine lining during pregnancy would be what? Again, this is our maintenance hormone for pregnancy. If you put B, you're absolutely correct. It is progesterone. Again, estrogen is going to promote the growth. So estrogen, I always kind of say, builds it up. Progesterone maintains it. Gonna move on here. Number 97, the site of fertilization in the female reproductive tract is usually the what? Where do we typically see fertilization at? We're almost at 60,000 likes, guys. Let's go. Fantastic. It is C. It is at the fallopian tube, specifically the ampulla. Number 98, which hormone is going to stimulate milk production after childbirth? Milk production. A, B, C, or D? Fantastic. It is B, prolactin. It directly stimulates milk production in the mammary glands. Oxytocin, remember, ejects it. Number 99, the function of the seminal vesicle is to what? The function of the seminal vesicle is to what? A, B, C, or D? 60,000 likes. Let's go. You guys are crushing it. Thank you guys so much. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you guys. Number 99, the answer is B. It's going to produce alkaline fluid to nourish sperm. Number 100, which layer of the uterus sheds during menstruation? Which layer of the uterus sheds during menstruation? A, B, C, or D? Awesome. It is B. It is the endometrium. The endometrium is what gets shed during menstruation. The myometrium is the muscular layer, meaning myo. Myo means muscle. Parametrium is the outer layer. This is not a term. Number 101. The primary artery supplying blood to the so I got a couple people requested some blood-brain supply questions, some blood supply to the brain. So I have a couple bonus questions here. 101, the primary artery that supplies blood to the anterior part of the brain is the what? A, B, C, or D? Yep, I do microbiology here and there. If you have any microbiology requests, I do take them down in the bottom left corner, the orange button there. The answer is going to be A. It is the anterior cerebral artery. Again, so this is going to supply, the anterior cerebral artery supplies the frontal lobe plus the medial cortex. The middle cerebral artery, again, that's going to be the lateral cortex. Posterior cerebral artery is the occipital lobe. Basilar is going to be our brainstem and our cerebellum. Number 102, I'm going to move down here. The circle of Willis is important because, why is the circle of Willis important? Yep, they all get saved to YouTube. They get posted on my YouTube. The link to that is in my bio. The answer is B. It is going to provide our circulation to our brain. Number 103. The middle cerebral artery primarily supplies blood to what? The middle cerebral artery primarily supplies blood to what? A, B, C, or D? The answer is B. It's the temporal and parietal lobes. Number 104. Which artery is formed by the union of the vertebral arteries? If you don't understand any human anatomy, reach out to me via the orange button. I have tutoring opening up soon. I can get you to some resources and whatnot. I'm more than happy to help you out there. Just send me a message or I can make some more questions. Again, a lot of these questions are actually coming from you guys. These 15 questions were sent to me by a bunch of people who were confused on blood-brain supply. So, yes, so please send me questions. I'm more than happy to include them on live streams and whatnot and go over them. But 104, the answer is B. It's basilar artery. So awesome, guys. Awesome. Thank you, Jordan, for the finger hearts. Good to see you again, Jordan. I hope you're doing well. I think you said you had an exam recently. I hope your exam went well. But number 105, the posterior cerebral artery supplies blood mainly to the what? For number 105. Perfect. It is B. It is the occipital lobe and the inferior temporal lobe. 106. Which structure connects the anterior and middle cerebral arteries? A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? This exam went okay. That's awesome, Jordan. I'm glad. Glad it went all right. The answer is going to be A. It's going to be our anterior communicating artery. That is a key part of our circle of Willis. Moving on. The next page here, 107, the internal carotid artery enters the brain through the what? It enters the brain through the what? And it would be the carotid canal. That is the pathway through temporal brain. I'm sorry, it's through the temporal bone into the brain. Then 108. Which one? 108. Which artery supplies the brainstem and the cerebellum? Number 108. Which artery supplies the brainstem and the cerebellum? The answer is C. It is the vertebral and the basilar arteries. So those are the main posterior circulation. 109. The blood-brain barrier is primarily formed by what type of cells? Again, and not the question is form, not support. Not support. The answer is, A, it's endothelial cells with tight junctions. Astrocytes are they do support it, but they do not form it directly. The other ones are not involved. Number 110. The lenticulostriated arteries are small branches of the A, B, C, or D. It would be, for 110, it'd be B. It'd be the middle cerebral artery. So it'll supply, basically, they supply the deeper brain structures, particularly like the internal capsule, kind of. Number 111. Which artery is commonly involved in ischemic strokes that would affect your speech and motor areas? A, B, C, or D? Answer is B. It is the... Did I get that right? Yes, it is still the middle cerebral artery. That is going to supply your Broca's area. And your motor cortex. Perfect. Number 112, the venous drainage of the brain primarily occurs via the... Number 112, I'm going to move on to the next page. A, B, C, or D? (112) is A. If you put A, fantastic. It is the internal jugular veins. It is a very major drainage route for any sort of cerebral venous blood. Number 113, the anterior choroidal artery branches from the what? It would be B. It would be the internal carotid artery. Number 114. 114, real quick here. Lower limb. Again, which artery supplies the primary motor cortex for the lower limb? For the lower limb. For the lower limb. We're going to watch. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be linked in my bio, or send me a message via that orange button. Yep, and then number 114 is A. It is the anterior cerebral artery. The middle, so these other ones are going to supply other regions. But again, the anterior cerebral artery is going to supply the medial surface of the frontal lobe for the lower limb. Number 115, the watershed areas in the brain are regions supplied by A, B, C, or D. Last question here, everybody. Last question here. A, B, C, or D? A, B, C, or D? The answer is B. It is 2 or more arterial territories, essentially. These are the junction zones that are prone to ischemia where there's like low perfusion. All right. That was it, guys. Again, I'll be back tomorrow at, let me put this here, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for A&P 1. I'm going to flip the camera around and say hello to you all. Put my light here as well. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. I cannot go back on questions now. It's going to be on YouTube later tonight. You can go back and watch it there. If you want the link, you can just send me a message via the orange button down in the bottom left corner. But hello, nice to meet you all. I'm Ollie. I'm the guy who's been yapping to you for the last 2 hours about anatomy and physiology. You guys are all saying thank you, but thank you guys for being here, truly. I can make some quizzes. If there was anything, if you guys are confused on anything, just message me via the bottom left corner there. I'm more than happy to answer. Basically, you can give me a follow if you want to see these questions again. Where's the orange button? It should be the Service Plus button down in the bottom left corner of the live stream. If you want any type of questions made, please hit that orange button down in the bottom left corner. The questions, if there's any type of thing, they kind of go by fast, so I don't really see them all. But hello, my name is Ollie. I just finished up with my master's degree in molecular medicine. I'm going to be going live every single day covering anatomy and physiology for you guys. You can message topics via the orange button. I'll actually pin it up. You just basically send me a direct message during the live stream here. I will put it up here. There we go. You should be able to do it. Thank you for the dove. Thank you so much. Thank you guys as well. If you want my anatomy and physiology notes, they're available on my website. They're linked in my bio. I'll pull them up here. They're essentially this. I can send you a link to my website that you can buy them, but they're also on, you can just go to my TikTok bio. I have my link there for them as well. But welcome, everybody. If you're new here, it is very nice to meet you all. Thank you for being here. I absolutely love doing these live streams. This is the second generation. It's the 12.9 inch. I like the bigger one just because there's a lot more room to write. Like I love using landscape. And it's particularly why it just helps me fit as much information onto one page as possible. Thank you guys for all the follows. Again, I'll be going live every day. My YouTube name, it's my name here. Just send me a message via that orange button down there. If you want to see the class again, you just follow me. Or you go to my profile, and if you go to my, it's on the right side, I think, it's the bell notification. You can turn on notifications, or if you go to my profile, I will have the live schedule. Basically, it'll say, live stream at whatever time, again, 3 p.m. tomorrow. It'll have the date and everything for you, and so. But I'll just take any quick questions, just some quick questions here and there, if you guys have any. But let me know down in the comments if you have any questions or anything, just quick questions I can answer. I have my laptop right here, so if I look away, it's because I'm looking at the congratulations on my master's. Thank you, Geraldine. Thank you. But thank you. Hello, everybody. Hello. It's nice to meet you. Please introduce yourself as well. I always love meeting people in the live stream. Thank you, Gina, for the rose. Thank you so much. Thank you. It was good. Oh boy. Come here, man. The cat just tried to jump in my lap. Come here. It's okay. Yeah, he's fading now. He fell. I do anatomy and physiology for the HESI and TEAS. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you go to my profile, it'll be on there as well. Thank you for the roses, Geraldine. I appreciate it. Thank you for the gifts, guys. Thanks for all the likes on the live. We're at 70,000. That's insane. But thank you, guys. I love doing these. A&P 6-week program tips, essentially there. It's going to be very fast-paced. You want to make sure that you're doing everything kind of you want to be doing things actively and not passively. You don't have a lot of time. You don't have a lot of time to make unnecessary notes and studying unnecessarily because you're awesome. You're awesome. You're the awesome one. Thank you, Geraldine. I appreciate you. But you are the awesome one. No, it's a lot of memorization, yes. I don't do a review for the end class. Occasionally, yeah. If you have any topics you want to see, just message me in the orange button and request them there. A lot of memorization and understanding. Anatomy and physiology is a lot of both. For memorizing, I think when it comes to terms, practicing your flashcards, when it comes to labeling structures, like this is the best example, but in like lab, you'll have models. So I took pictures of my models and I labeled them and I would cover them up and I would go through them. And then if we had, let's just say we went over the RAS system today. Basically what I would do is I would use my notes and I would say like, all right, like what happens in the RAS system? And I would explain it like I would be explaining it to a class. And that's essentially like how I would study. You want to do that a lot. Don't reread notes. Don't rewrite things all the time unless it's active, unless you're writing it for the intent of like recalling it. You want to that I have so it's down and it's on my website. I don't have a schedule for the system right now. Tomorrow AMP1, Tuesday AMP2. I'm going on a trip Wednesday through Monday, and I'll be back on Tuesday. If you send me like the orange button, if you send me any systems and stuff, I will make a schedule for when I come back, and we'll go over things more in depth. I just started this summer class, and I'm stressed, Miranda. Too much info in a short time. Yes, that is kind of the issue with summer anatomy and physiology. It's just such a short amount of time over the summer. You definitely, that's like kind of the only thing that you want to be doing, especially, A just said they're doing a 6-week. So in undergrad, I had anatomy and physiology, and there were 16-week classes whole semester. But in grad school, I took medical anatomy and medical physiology 1 and 2. They were both individual. They were both 8 weeks, and they were brutal. I had no time to make notes. I had no time really to make, like I had to make efficient notes. I'd constantly practice studying. Especially for anatomy, it's like a lot of identifying structures. Have fun and be safe on your trip. Thank you, Geraldine. I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for the gift again. Thank you so much. You're awesome. I look forward to seeing you again. But yeah, send me any like systems you want me to go over in more detail just via the orange button there, and I kind of tally them all together. That's how I make my questions and everything. That's where the questions today, they are all questions from you guys. So only 1 weekend, it's taking a toll. Yes. 1 weekend will definitely take a toll on you as well. But yeah, if if you don't have time to like take notes and stuff, like again, I have my notes you can use. Like I said, I am more than happy to explain how to use them again. Like I said, when it comes to like structures and stuff, I like put all my drawings and stuff, and I would cover them up, and I would practice labeling them over and over again. I have terms here like bolded. I made flashcards for those, or I would put them all on the board, and I would explain through them. And then when it came to physiological processes and whatnot, like I would practice explaining those out loud. They're kind of like all over a little bit, but they're on my website. Through online classes here on TikTok. Yes, every day. Yeah, the live streams are like an online class type thing. But they're on my TikTok bio. Or if you want the link to my website, they're just linked in my bio. You can just hit the orange button to say you want the link to my website, and I'll send you the link after the live stream when I get some time. I see a lot of you are messaging me, so I will definitely get to you all in a second. But yeah, I think they're both about 100 pages each. ANP1's about 100, I think. Let me see. ANP2 is 92 pages. ANP1 is 120, so about 100 each, so 200 total. Any just other quick questions here? I am going to get going, but definitely have a great rest of your weekend, everybody. Thank you again for being here. I love doing these live streams. Again, it's nice to meet you. I'm Ollie. I'll be going live every day for you guys, covering anatomy and physiology, especially this summer and whatnot. Like a lot of you are already saying, like, it's fast-paced in the summer, so I'm trying to get as much as possible for you all, just to, help in any way, shape, or form. 100K before that's I appreciate it, pretty girl. Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe 75, but, it's okay. We've been hitting 100,000 likes on, like, majority of the lives. It's insane to me. It really is. But we'll see if we'll show up this little guy right here. He's been wanting to pop up in the live. This is Seymour. He's very cuddly. He loves jumping up in my lap when I'm live streaming. He just fell trying to jump into my lap earlier. But yeah, any just quick questions here real quick before I get going? Anything quick at all? Oh, yes, he's adorable. I know, huh? He really wants to play right now. So I'll go play with him after this, but... Right now, not really. I'm just tutoring anatomy and physiology right now. Maybe potentially. anatomy and physiology tutoring for me is pretty booked up right now. I like doing it, and it's mostly just I don't really have the tutoring availability for doing the other sciences right now, just keeping track of everything. So I've really just been focused on anatomy and physiology because I love doing it. I've been doing it for so long. The other sciences I can do, yeah, I've taken all the other sciences like chem, bio, physics, organic chemistry, and whatnot, but I have the most experience with anatomy, and anatomy really does take up a lot of the tutoring, a lot of the spaces. So, but they are tailored towards other things like your anatomy and physiology class, HESI or TEAS. I've done for the DAT. I've done for medical school. I've done both U.S. medical schools and UK medical schools. I've tutored for MCAT as well. But that is going to be it today, guys. Thank you guys so much for the questions. Thanks for being here. I will hope to see you all tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have any more questions, again, just DM me. I can try to answer you here. I do have to get going. But thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. I absolutely love doing these live streams. Thank you guys so much. I hope to see you in a future live stream. DM me your questions. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys.